Welcome to you and thank you for taking the time to listen to this webinar. My name is Lorraine Hayes. I work at NEUPC as Head of Operational Procurement. One of my key responsibilities is to ensure that we maintain and protect our positive relationships with our supply chain. This webinar has been designed to help give suppliers a wider understanding of NEUPC as a business, particularly if you have not worked with us previously. I will run through the content shortly. The agenda covers 4 key areas. The first covers our business. We explain our network and key stakeholders, and we also introduce you to our NEUPC team. We then move on to cover how we work, explaining our category structure and approach to framework management. We then touch on our responsible procurement activities, and finally we cover our focus around marketing and communications, which of course are so important for our suppliers. About our business. NEUPC Limited is a non-profit making organisation limited by guarantee. Any profit that we do make is reinvested back into the business to help the mutual benefit of our members. We aim to encourage collaborative spend from our members within the higher education sector, in turn bringing benefits to all, including our supply chain. For suppliers, we can consolidate and agree standards with our members and help to increase fragmented spend. This can help you to work in a streamlined and coordinated way with institutions. Last year, over 407 million was spent through NEUPC agreements by our members. We were established in the year 2000 and currently have 23 full members, which I will cover later. Our structure includes a membership board along with a procurement strategic group, which we know as PSG. Our network and stakeholders. Although we are a small business, we work within a large network of stakeholders. One of those groups is UKUPC. This is a strategic group that provides a linkage between NEUPC and the other similar organisations working in the sector in the UK. Collectively, we account for a contract spend of over 1.9 billion through our joint agreements. For your information, the group includes NEUPC, which covers the North East, APUC, which covers Scotland, NWUPC, which covers the North West, LUPC, universities in the London area, SUPC, Southern Universities, and HEPQ, which covers Wales. Another key stakeholder group we support is our membership. We have 23 full members. We keep our member list updated on our website if you wish to check out who we work with. Universities such as Leeds, Birmingham, Newcastle are all examples of the geographic range that we cover. We obviously hold our membership with some importance. Without their fee-paying support, NEUPC would not exist. We speak and listen to our members mainly through our strategic groups that meet on a quarterly basis, where they help to shape the direction of the business. Finally, of course, we have a large network of suppliers, either contracted directly through our 110 plus frameworks, or by other consortia or contracting authorities, where we have links and all work closely with the HE sector. And now you can meet the team. We have a hard-working professional team that helps to deliver a service to our members. They also provide that important link to our suppliers, either via agreement contract management, collecting MI, or sharing plans linked to promotion and events. As a supplier, you may well have communicated or worked directly with a member of the team in the past, or you may in the future. How we work. In this section, we'll go into 3 key areas to help you understand our key drivers. Those areas will be spend and benefits, our category structure, and national framework links. Contract spend and benefits. Firstly, let's go into detail around our core activity of work that suppliers will have particular interest in, which is contracting. As mentioned previously, we oversee and support a wide range of different frameworks on behalf of our members. It's been reassuring to see positive take-up of these agreements, as our finances have shown a year-on-year growth from members, concluding with a 37% increase in spend last year. We continue to adapt our services to member requirements and ask that our suppliers do the same where possible. We ensure that our retenders are future-proofed where possible and that they continue to appeal to the HE sector. Our final aim is, of course, to ensure that our agreements continue to attract interest from suppliers to bid for the work via the relevant market. Through this activity, you can see that we report favourable savings to our members, shaped by the agreements that the suppliers have signed up with. Non-cash savings are also reported where time and resource is saved due to using our agreements rather than advertising their own unique requirements. Some agreements offer rebates back to the members based on their growth in spend. As we are not for profit, we continue to bring benefits back into the business that members will enjoy. Working within a category structure. NEUPC have worked in a category structure for several years. Category groups are shaped by the common themes and areas of spend occurring across our full membership. Member representatives choose to attend and contribute to some of these key category areas depending on their interests and budget profiles. Each of these groups has a category chair, chosen by the members, along with an NEUPC category lead. The group will discuss the relevant market, trends, suppliers and frameworks, both new and old. They also cover responsible procurement points around sustainability and the risks in the supply chain. We often get suppliers to contribute and educate, also promote the work from their supplier part in partnership with staff in these groups. It can be a really positive outcome in raising your company profile and attending these category group sessions, as you have a number of HE sector staff all specialised in similar areas of work. If suppliers have worked within the sector in the past, they will have come across implementation meetings at the start of the framework. This is often established to help the supplier understand the way that we work and also introduce them to some of the members. They are also invited to contract review meetings when it's time to meet up and discuss performance and framework usage. These are managed by the contract lead. Due to spend levels and risk, we do engage with suppliers through email and phone, depending on the level of contract management required, and also the amount of spend and activity going through on certain agreements. Category areas. As you can see from this slide, these are the category group areas that NEUPC works within. Under each heading, you will see the types of agreements that fall into those groupings. Both universities and other HE organisations may differ across the country with their structure. Sometimes it may change, and it does depend on the spend activity and what is happening in those particular groups. Our approach to framework management is reasonably standardised across the sector. It should give suppliers assurance that we all work in a very similar way. We do put our resource where the higher risks are, balanced with the level of spend going through at institutional level, but we do oversee a full portfolio of agreements that we award in partnership with suppliers. Last year we launched a supplier questionnaire to gather key information from all of our supplier partners. This summer we hope to do similar to update contract files and keep in touch with all of our suppliers on a key range of topics. Other aspects within our contract management approach include the following: a free sustainability action plan for suppliers to update and manage, risk tracking and reporting trends and financial issues with suppliers and their markets, forward programme of contracts where reported, feedback and engagement with members as required, a contract risk log, and also KPI monitoring where applicable. As part of our framework management, we produce buyer's guides. These are essential for users of the frameworks. Our buyer's guides are standard provision linked to every agreement established by an NEUPC, and other HE partners work to the same standard across the country. They contain all of the main information needed by anyone wanting to use the relevant agreements. As you can see, the areas that are covered are within this slide. These guides can be emailed, but are available directly on the HEC website. HEC is the Higher Education Contracts website that is accessible for all universities and members of the consortia. Suppliers cannot gain access to this website, but they do contribute to the build-up of these guides. Suppliers will see why it's so important that you update any UPC on information linked to all of these headings. We collect key information from suppliers. You may wish to know why we need it. First of all, your interest in future contracts. Ideally, you need to register in our procurement e-tendering portal. This ensures your details are there and that you can be updated with any opportunities that arise, particularly from any UPC and our membership. The link is provided on the slide as to where you would go for registering. Management information. We need up-to-date contacts from your company who can load key spend information onto our system on a quarterly basis. This helps us to monitor uptake and work in partnership with suppliers to provide accurate spend data when working with universities directly. This is key to a positive relationship, and a webinar is available explaining the process to you. Marketing contacts are often needed so that we can help you to promote your agreements and provide updates to our wider network. If you have a named person classed as the contract manager, it's essential that we are in touch with them, depending on the level of risk and spend that is going through your agreement. It's essential that we have good, clear contacts so that they can be reached if something urgent was to arise on that agreement. And finally, important updates. Changes to your company linked to your team, product or service should be reported to any UPC. Responsible procurement. As a business, we are working in line with the responsible procurement policy and an action plan. Any actions coming through to suppliers will be driven from that work. Our goal is to embed responsible procurement throughout our procurement activities whilst helping our members and suppliers to do the same. We've produced a link for any supplier not already registered with Net Positive Futures. We encourage you to explore this opportunity. It is something we ask across all of our framework suppliers. For more information on this topic, suppliers can join our NEUPC website, click the For Suppliers tab at the top, and search for an Approach to Responsible Procurement webinar. This will help you to gain a wider understanding of this topic. Marketing opportunities. Within this section, we will cover opportunities, communications and information, and conference and events. Marketing opportunities. Suppliers can get involved with framework launch events. These events vary depending on the level of category group interest. We work alongside suppliers to host category-specific events, and these are free to members. We will proactively market the agreement and share information about the suppliers appointed through website material. through social media and through meetings. NEUPC encourages suppliers to produce case studies where possible. These are often based on positive outcomes from the use of their frameworks across a range of themes, but in particular where a member has used their services and there are good points to promote for other members to hear. To update suppliers, we've recently developed a webinar programme for members this year. These can also include sessions delivered by suppliers. They're a great way to deliver expert advice, share best practice, and promote your goods and services. Finally, are you social media savvy? Another option is that you tag us on social media and we can share that on with our members. Communication and information. Our website is the go-to place for sharing information to our members. We list your company name and the agreements you are appointed to. We also provide additional opportunities for you to advertise your services. All agreements are shared on HEC contracts, a database that we referred to earlier linked to the buyer's guide. We frequently publish news articles on our website with framework launch articles and updates on agreements. We have a dedicated page for each category group, and this has contact lists that are available for suppliers, including relevant purchasing contacts within institutions. These include details of those who have opted in for sharing details with suppliers. An A to Z list of agreements is also included on our website, so that all of the information is readily available to our members. Annual conference and events. These are free to our member institutions. We have representation from all member institutions, from head of procurement right through to apprentice level. The event programme consists of supplier exhibition, keynote speakers and workshops. Suppliers have an opportunity to liaise and work with members as they attend the conference. There's a variety of workshops on both topical procurement themes and soft skills. This is often shaped and developed by the member institutions each year. You have now come to the end of this short webinar. We hope that you've found it useful and that you understand more about NEUPC and the way that we work. If you had any queries, please contact us, and thank you for listening.